Hello guys, welcome back to the revision video series of the Ultimate English Medium History channel in Sri Lanka. So today we are going to discuss about the Portuguese and the timeline of them in Sri Lanka, right? So let's discuss the significant events that took place under the Portuguese in Sri Lanka. Before that, let's talk about how the Portuguese came to Asia. Now you know that in 1498, a Portuguese sailor or an explorer called Vasco da Gama came to Calicut in India, right? 1498. Now the people of India asked him, why did you come here? Then Vasco da Gama said, we came in search of spices and Christians. From that we can understand that the Portuguese came to Asia to expand their trade and also to spread their religion, right? These are the two main objectives of the Portuguese coming to Asia. So Vasco da Gama is the first Portuguese national to come to Asia, right? And 1505. Now when Vasco da Gama came to Asia, he went back to Portugal with a lot of spices loaded in his ship, made a big wealth there. The Portuguese king became very happy. Then he also got the news that some of the best cinnamon in this region grows in a place called Sri Lanka. They called it Ceylon in the ancient times, right? So then the Portuguese king ordered Francisco de Almeida to go find that place which was called Ceylon, Sri Lanka. But Francisco de Almeida failed to accomplish the goal, but his son accidentally landed in Colombo. That's in 1505, and his name was Lorenzo de Almeida. So Lorenzo de Almeida is the first Portuguese national who landed in Sri Lanka in 1505. After their arrival, the Portuguese were able to establish good relationships with Corte Kingdom, and then they started basically doing trade with especially Corte Kingdom. Now when the Portuguese arrived in this country, there were three kingdoms in Sri Lanka: Corte Kingdom, Kandyan Kingdom and the Jaffna Kingdom. Corte Kingdom was ruled by a king called Veera Parakram Bahu VIII. Kandyan Kingdom was ruled by its founding king Sena Sammata Vikram Bahu. Jaffna Kingdom was ruled by a king called Pararaja Sekaram. Okay, so those three kings were ruling three areas or three kingdoms in the country when Lorenzo de Almeida or the Portuguese landed in this country. Now in 1521. Now in 1521, a significant event takes place in Corte, which is called Vijayaba Kolle. We'll discuss this in a separate video. And what happened after Vijayaba Kolle is the Corte kingdom got divided into three kingdoms, namely Corte, Sitavaka and Raigam. Now the king of Corte after Vijayaba Kolle was Bonakabahu VII. Now because of the threats that came from Sitavaka, the Corte king who was Bonakabahu VII didn't have any choice but to seek the protection of the Portuguese. That is how the Portuguese actually got the chance to get involved actively in the political affairs of this country. That's after 1521. The Portuguese also tried their level best to capture kingdoms like Jaffna and Kandy, right? And in 1559, a significant event took place in Mulleria. Now Sitavaka kingdom became an arch enemy of the Portuguese. So in 1559, the army of Sitavaka kingdom and the Portuguese met in a place called Mulleria. So Mulleria battle took place. In the Mulleria battle, the Portuguese were completely defeated. Perhaps the biggest defeat the Portuguese ever had in Asia in a single place. They lost more than 1,600 soldiers. Okay. Now by 1594, they also had a battle which is called Danture, and in 1602 they had the battle of Balana. In 1630 they had the battle of Randenival, and in 1638 they had the battle of Gannoru between Kandyan Kingdom. And they were defeated in all those battles. Okay, so we'll discuss about these battles and who took part in these battles in a separate video. Okay, now in between we have 1621. This is when Jaffna Kingdom was captured by the Portuguese in 1621. These are significant events that took place under the Portuguese. So Jaffna Kingdom was captured and the Portuguese lost four major battles with the Kandyan Kingdom. They also lost the Battle of Mulleria with the Sitavaka Kingdom, right? Okay. Now in 1638, King Rajasingha II, who was the then king of Kandyan kingdom, signed an agreement with the Dutch to kick the Portuguese out of this country, or to expel the Portuguese out of the country. And thereafter, the Dutch campaigns basically focused on expelling the Portuguese out, became successful, and in 1658 the Portuguese were completely expelled out of the country. So they came to the country in 1505 and they stayed in the country for more than 150 years. By 1658 they were completely expelled by the Dutch after the agreement was signed between the Dutch and the Rajasingha and the Kandyan king Rajasingha II in 1638. And that's it about the Portuguese. The significant events were discussed. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you with another one. Take care. Bye bye.